Wob wob, this is my intro, wob wob.
Welcome back, Guardians. In this video I wanted to talk to you about 20 reasons to get the Taken King and all new information and some stuff that reaffirms the things that I released yesterday in terms of tweets. So Planet Destiny had an article about 20 reasons to like the Taken King, and I'm going to be reading through that now. If you want to go over and view it, I will link it in the video description. But there's a lot of stuff in here which is very interesting, so let's get straight into it. First and foremost, weapons, armor, class items, and even your ghost shell all offer perk customization as well as increased power and light for your hero. So much going on there, especially class items and ghost shells will offer perk customization. Ghost shells, I hope they're a lot more in abundance and loads of different versions and different colors, because that would be awesome. The RNG algorithm has been retooled to be smarter, rewarding you more frequently with the items you could use and attempting to avoid giving you those you already have. So duplicates of your weapons will be less and new things that you don't have will come more often. Whether or not this is 100% all of the time or just a slight improvement on the RNG that we already have, who knows, we'll have to wait and see. Metroid Prime style opt-in law. Press a button to bring up info on something in real time. That sounds pretty damn cool. So if you want to, you know, like your grimoire cards and all the lore, if you don't want to have to go and search for that, it will be implemented in game. All the original missions have been reorganized, contextualized, and placed within a larger quest framework. Even older subclasses have dedicated quest lines to explain their use and place within the world. That sounds pretty damn cool. So we're going to get like subclass quest lines for all the subclasses we already know, and obviously the new ones as well. Vanguard vendors have quests unlocked at certain points of progression. Subclass quests. The Titans quest will have you interacting with a rogue mercenary clan of Titans who can teach you the ability to harness the power of the sun. The Hunter's quest will lead him or her to track down a solitary nomad who has gone missing and who holds the key to unlocking the power of void energy. Finally, the Warlock will tap into the power of the storm through a shamanistic ritual with Ikora Ray. So, you know, you're going to get some real special quest lines to get your new subclasses, and that sounds amazing. Quests from the ominous Eris Morn lead to the rediscovery of a forgotten weapon type. So there is going to be a new weapon type coming with the Taken King. Whether or not that's a different style of gun. I know the Sleeper Stimulant is pretty much like a railgun. It's a heavy weapon fusion. But the forgotten weapon type could also be the artifacts selection, so we'll just have to wait and see, but it sounds pretty damn cool. This is one of my favorites. Equipable emotes are now available below your emblem selection, so if you want to point or dance or wave or do other things, you get to choose what's on your up, down, left and right. That is awesome. I cannot wait for that. Holding L2 on the pause screen gives you an instant glimpse at the energy types equipped on each weapon. New item and subclass visual icons have been redesigned for quick recognition at a glance. Just some UI stuff going on there. Tiers for intellect, discipline and strength that tell you in seconds what your cooldown is rather than a percentage. So when you equip all intellect and you get 100%, it's actually going to tell you how quick in time your things recharge, which is awesome. I love that idea because that really helps you, you know, put your class to the way you want it to be. If you want your super to recharge in 4 minutes instead of 5, you know what I mean, like you can see it physically and be able to work around it. I love that. As an alternative to using or sharding a new high-powered legendary weapon and armor, you can also improve an item you like by sacrificing another piece from the same gear slot. So let's say you've got a legendary chest piece which you really like. You can then, from what it sounds like to me, merge another piece into it to change its stats or maybe perks. I love the idea of that. It's going to make a lot of variety in terms of what people want and, you know, what's available to them to merge together. So you could have one hand cannon that is like, I don't know, really good range, and then someone else with the same hand cannon who gets a bigger clip, you know, because they equip different things and merge different things together. That sounds awesome if that's what it is. The Cryptarch more reliably provides rewards that match the engrams you give him, so better Cryptarch RNG. The gunsmith now has a reputation meter that can be leveled by testing out common prototypes in the field. These test weapons have a built-in challenge like killing Hive on the Dreadnought or using the sniper rifle to get headshots in the Crucible. Check as many out as you want at a time, so you could do different guns in different ways at the same time. And once you go and test them all, I'm assuming you take them back to the gunsmith, you complete the quest, you get reputation for him. Once you hit a certain rep level, he'll open up an arms day purchases, pay Glimmer to order a new legendary weapon, and on a Wednesday that weapon arrives with a random set of perks. So you're not just going to get the best perks, and then he offers a reforging ability as well once a week. So you know, that's all great stuff to do with weapon customization and giving the gunsmith a reason to even be there. Legendary marks replace Crucible and Vanguard marks, and armor materials replace Hadronic Essence, Sapphire Wire, Plasteel plating. So what I see that as is changing them all to armor materials means you could customize your hunter stuff without even have to actually be playing your hunter. So you've got armor materials there to spread across all 3 characters. I like the idea of that because I dislike hunters in comparison to the other 2 classes. So when I get a new thing, if I haven't got enough armor materials, or you know, that's what they're going to be, I could just trade it over from the other one and upgrade. That's awesome. And the marks as well, I don't play Crucible, so any Crucible marks I do get, I can mix in with my legendary marks and spend them on things. I love the idea of that. Next up, no longer have to wear class items to gain rep. Instead, you pledge allegiance to gain rep for a faction 1 at a time, turning unwanted materials for reputation. No more emblem or shaders taking up precious vault space. A shader console and emblem console are now in the tower, housing all of your emblems and shaders you own. So this is something I spoke about yesterday, and this is what I wanted it to be, to actually hold your shaders in the actual console, so it's not taking up your space on your character. That is awesome, and it won't take up vault space either. You can change the displayed weapon in the tower, so what you have on your back. If you don't want your hand cannon and you want your Galahorn, you can put your Galahorn on your back so people can see it. Over a dozen new exotics, half a dozen new armor pieces for each class. Auto rifle that shoots bolts of chain lightning. Sniper rifle blinds enemies on precision hits. Some of the exotic weapons, the No Time to Explain, is an exotic version of the Stranger's rifle, sort of. Sleeper Stimulator is a heavy fusion rifle that charges an over-penetration laser through enemies' targets and bounces off walls. An exotic is gained through multi-step search quest on the Dreadnought. Pieces are hidden all over. All the exotic namesake perks are immediately unlocked. So whatever your weapon or armor is special for, so you know your Helm of Saint 14 blinds people, that will immediately be unlocked once you get that actual piece of armor or weapon, which is awesome. You don't have to level it up to get the special perk, but I'm assuming you'll have to level it up for other reasons. Now, stuff with the Crucible I'm not that interested in, but there is 8 new maps and 3 new modes. The modes are Mayhem, Rift and Zone Control. They've increased they've made the connections better and matchmaking better, and there's also the bounties, where if you finish all 5 weekly bounties, you get an extra bounty given to you, which can reap a powerful reward like a legendary or exotic weapon. Narrative driven story with 8+ lengthy missions, seamlessly integrated with strikes, public events, class quests, and eventually the raid, which is called the King's Fall. Complete the main storyline for access to the ancillary The Taken War with hardened narrative driven missions that have us revisiting old locales like the Vault of Glass. So you know, all the stuff that we have seen in the past is going to actually be reintegrated into Taken King in different ways. And then there's the 4 new strikes which we spoke about. So the strikes aim for replayability, cycling species you might find and altering enemy configurations. Multiple narrations to provide more info as you replay the strike. So the Taken, for 3 of the strikes anyway, they're revised ones, and Taken enemies will be invading in those strikes. So one of them is going to be the Valis Torok mission. So going through that mission, you're going to get random enemy sets doing different things each time you replay it, which is awesome. So that is all the things that is listed in this Planet Destiny article. Link in the video description. Go and check it out if you want to look through it in more depth, even though I've pretty much been through it all. I'm super excited. I am really happy with all the things that have been mentioned so far. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, guys. Hit that like button if you wish to. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.
And I would like